Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jan Bisho and you're watching Jan of Kaduna. Today's hashtag Sustainable Sundays. I hope this video actually comes up on a Sunday. This is our Kaduna network palava. It's just get as be. So in today's video, I am going to be reviewing reusable sanitary pads. Yes. So actually this is a more sustainable option for me, I realize, because sanitary pads are actually wasteful and they take a long time to degrade. They take between 500 to 800 years to degrade. And I looked for a sustainable option because I'm trying to be more sustainable and adopt a more sustainable lifestyle. And I felt, okay, this is something I use every month. It must come every month unless I'm pregnant or unless something has happened to me. But this is something that I and a lot of women all around the world, it must come. Whether you like it or not, whether you plan for it or not, it must come. And secondly, sanitary pads are becoming more expensive. In Nigeria, our economy is just one kind in recent times and becoming more expensive, and a lot of women cannot be able to have access to something that they actually need. And period poverty is actually a thing for us in Africa. So when the period poverty angle, the sustainable angle, and also let me just try to do something different because there are options out there, and I decided to check out other options. So to start with, I wanted to look for an option that was going to be easily accessible to me, not something that I have to wait, I have to order online and I have to wait like maybe 1 week, 5 days or so, something that it was just going to be like at my doorstep anytime I need it. And I've known about this brand since early 2020 or late 2019. Yes, I learned about them. I learned about them through Ife Durosotimi. I hope I pronounced the name right. I will leave the name. I learned about them through her Instagram page. She does this competition for women startups, and this particular brand came first place, and I was curious. I was interested in what they were doing, reusable sanitary pads. Though at first I was like, do I want to buy pad that I'll wash and I'll use again? But I was like, let me try it, and I must say I love it. So now this is the brand Virtuous Reusable Sanitary Pad. Virtuous Pads, that's the name, and they're reusable sanitary pads, and I love what they're doing. And they really are going towards the angle of period poverty, which is really good because it's really a thing for us in Africa. A lot of people cannot access like real good sanitary products for themselves, a lot of women, and they're uncomfortable, and sometimes they have to miss out on some of the things that they are meant to do. They have to miss out of school or because they cannot properly take care of themselves, because they do not have access to what will help them to properly take care of themselves. So the brand is based in Abuja, and they have a few stockists around Nigeria. And since I lived in Kaduna and they were in Abuja, I reached out to them on Instagram, and my brother helps me pick up and sent it to me in Kaduna. So this is how it comes. That actually comes in a it came in a single-use plastic bag, which I will address later. So it comes in this pouch, which is cute. It's a reusable pouch, and then inside it comes in this bag. It comes with a zip. It comes with this bag. Now actually inside we have 3 pads inside, but I'm currently using one, and I washed one and left it out to dry, so it's just one that is here. And this is how the pad looks like. It has they have this cute designs. Like the other 2 pads have a different design from this, so they are actually cute. And I asked for the maxi. They have sizes maxi, medium, I think. Yes. So I asked for the maxi because I usually have heavy flow my first 2-3 days. I wanted something that I could be able to use throughout, from the heavy flow to the low flow. So this is how the pad is like. This is how the pad is like. So you just put it on your underwear and snap at the back. Bam. And you're good to go. So now, one thing about the pad, let me share my experience. So the first time I used it, I realized that it's not just something, compared to the normal sanitary pads where they already come with, it has like a sticky part that you could just stick on your underwear and it could stay securely in place. Now this one, because it doesn't have a sticky part for you to stick on your underwear, on your panties, you have to be very careful to make sure that it stays in its place till it reaches, till your pants reach the destination it's supposed to be. You know what I mean if you're a woman. So the first time I used it, I was a bit clumsy and I did not make sure that everything was where it was meant to be. So it shifted a bit when I was putting it on and I had a slight stain. That was the first time I used it. So when I realized that, the second time I used it, I made sure that I was careful and it stayed in place. It didn't shift one bit till I was done with it. I used it, the first time I used that night till the next morning. It didn't seem super heavy like when the usual normal pads, when you use it and when you're done, especially when you have a heavy flow, it seems a bit heavy. This one didn't seem heavy. I just removed it, soaked it, I washed out the blood, and I made sure I rinsed it, because you do not want to have any stain or any marks on it. So even on the instructions at the back of the pack, they tell you the instructions for use. They tell you that you should continue to rinse it till you don't see any stain. So that was what happened. I rinsed it, and it was kind of like a bloody bath. But I washed it, I rinsed it, I air dried it, and bam, everything was okay. I've used this before and everything seems okay. It didn't have a smell. It didn't have a smell, and it's made of fabric. They're made of fabric. And I think they have like layers and layers of fabric inside. But I was meant to understand that it's made of fabric, and so I was guaranteed like at least 2 years use, which is great. And it cost about 2,000 naira for the 3. So it's like a great investment. Like if I had calculated the amount of money I was going to spend on sanitary pads for 2 years, it's going to be some better. No, it's not going to be very plenty money, but it's going to be money that I can use to do something if you actually look at it. Now I don't have to worry about disposing pads just anyhow. Kind of like are wasteful, but you cannot do anything about it because you need it. But now that I have this reusable option, I am embracing it with my full chest, and I'm glad. I love the first time that I've used it already, and I hope that at the end of 1 year I can do an updated review of how it has been for me for 1 year. And I'm excited to see what this has in stock for me for the next 1-2 years, and I would actually really recommend it. Now it has a snap, as I said, it snaps to, and it holds itself in place. It doesn't shift as long as you make sure that it stays where it's meant to be till it gets to where the pants is supposed to be. Then it's not going to shift. I use it in the morning and I don't take it off till night. So I use it for like 12 hours and I don't get any stain. That is how great it is. I don't get any stain. If I was using a normal pad, I would have changed like 3 times because I'm going to get stained. I'm going to get stained. And this is very comfortable. Now, if I have had bad experiences with other sanitary pads, different brands. So I cannot even say which brand is even the best, because a lot of brands, the ones I would think is okay for me, after a while I start to react to it. sometimes after my period, or even within my period, I get my skin around the place where the pads goes starts to peel, or I start to itch, or sometimes I get rashes at that region, and it's usually due to the sanitary pads. And after my period, nothing happens again. So it's not usually a comfortable journey. Even when I even can afford to buy some of the sanitary pads, I don't always have the most comfortable experiences with them. Sometimes I always have to switch through brands to see the ones that I can manage for a while, and then sometimes after a while that same brand starts to do the same thing to me, and it's almost like a continuous journey trying to find the comfortable sanitary pads for me. But this was very comfortable. Sometimes I almost forget I have a pad on. So for me, this is a very great replacement. If you don't mind, this is a great investment. And like, if this video comes across to a non-governmental organization or organizations that are really big on helping women, especially with the angle of period poverty, then I think this brand is great for you guys to collaborate with. This is an unpaid review. This is just my honest opinion. So just before, in case this gets out there, this is an unpaid review. NEPA have taken the light, but we continue with natural light. So to all the women out there, if you're looking for a sustainable sanitary option for you, this is it. And this is Nigerian owned, this is woman owned, and I'm happy that I was able to lay my hands on this. You could check them out on Instagram. I'll leave their link in the description box below. I'll put it on the screen too. You could check them out on Instagram. I personally got it from Instagram. I also think they have a website. Yes, according to their pack, they have a website. So you can also check them out via their website. And they are NAFDAC registered. So they are NAFDAC registered. They have a manufacturing date. Okay, this manufacturing date was 7th of October 2021, and it's expire on the 7th of October 2026. So it actually has an expiring date. Okay. And the only thing that I just didn't like was the fact that it came in a single-use plastic carrier bag. Since the brand, they are going with the angle of period poverty, they're also going the angle of sustainability, because I actually went through their Instagram page, and they also talked about sustainability and how this was a more sustainable option to normal sanitary pads. But you're using single-use plastic bag. I actually wish they had like maybe paper carrier bags or something like that, if they had to actually send it out in a bag. Maybe a paper. This is okay because I could continue reusing it, but I've like, since this already came in this pouch, since the pads already came in this pouch, I also came with the bag. I just didn't see the need for this. But if you actually had to have a use, like a need for for additional carrier bag, maybe a paper carrier bag would have been better. Let's help our environment. But that's just the only thing I just didn't like. But other than that, everything is good. The pads, I don't know if they were hand sewn, but the stitchings are okay. The material is comfortable. For me, it didn't irritate me, and I actually recommend it. So this just tell you guys that there are more sustainable options out there, in case you just don't know. And so if you've actually enjoyed this video, or you know other sustainable options and period products, sustainable period products that I can try out, I can use. I would really love to hear from you guys. If you've enjoyed this video or you feel this video is very beneficial to you or to anyone out there, please share. The more you share, the merrier. It's trying to build a community here, and I hope that we can be able to build one together. And until my next one, keep on being good, and you can be the change you want to see.